Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Sama. So I want to share the story of this girl. I think they call them the Ron's girls. Okay, so basically they get a contract where they go and use their body to make money. That's the best way I can put it. But in this case, she was what's the word? I don't know. It was basically a fraud whereby you know what, I'll let you guys listen to the guy that is going to be speaking is the guy that is the fraudster that was caught. I'll let you guys listen to this and I'll come back and say what I want to say.
From Rivers State. I will be 23 on the 8th of September. So I've been into this Instagram for several years, and so I meet females online and I tell them about hookup. So when they accept, they pay connection fee, they pay their flight from wherever they are to Port Harcourt, they pay hotel and everything. After having sex, I leave them stranded in the hotel and run away. So some of them, they will call me, I will tell them I'm not more interested, it's a scam. So some of them, I will not tell them they should send money for me to delete their nude pictures. So that is it for all now.
How much do you charge? Do you drug them?
No, I don't drug anybody.
How much do you ask them to bring as ransom?
No specific amount. Some pay 100, some 50, some that the girl that made them arrested me, she sent 300,000.
All your victims sleep with them.
Not all.
So those your victims, you don't know who is pregnant.
No, ma.
How do you make this victim?
Flourishing Josephine.
Okay, why are you into this business? Why are you into this business? Why?
You guys don't let me have listen, gentlemen. Listen. I think you need to understand something. He doesn't need to drug them to sleep with him. This guy presents himself as Flourishing Josephine on Instagram. Once you have cut out a deal with him, he will refer you to his agent called Clarkson, who is still Flourishing Josephine. And then Clarkson, at this stage, once the deal is consummated, you pay a connection fee. You are giving someone who is probably a big boy in Shell, a big boy in any other oil company, or even a big political player, and then you are promised $10,000. You fly in, you buy your ticket, because the money being paid to you is much. The last victim, what happened to the last victim? Did she buy her ticket?
Yeah, she bought her ticket.
She flew from where to where?
From Abuja to Port Harcourt.
She flew from Abuja to Port Harcourt.
Yes,
who paid for the hotel?
She was one that paid for the hotel.
Now at this stage, you are in a hotel, you are waiting for the big boy, and then Flourishing Josephine, dressed properly, now walks in. So this is the final stage of the job. So he comes in now as engineer
Roland,
engineer Williams, engineer Abedi, and any other thing. So he walks in and he introduces himself. Oh, I'm the one that Clarkson told you about. And then the deal goes on.
yes,
True or false?
True.
So at this stage, he doesn't need to drug you. There is what you call consensus addendum, and then they go on and have their sexual intercourse or whatever they want to do, and thereafter he steps out and says things like, he's a big boy, so he said he wanted to pick up something from the car, and then he elopes. And from that moment, he goes to the second stage of the crime, which is the blackmail. Is that correct?
True, sir.
What really got me is that I never knew that this is actually a thing, honestly. And it's shocking because we're talking about Chidinma and all those stories. This is basically the same thing, okay? But Chidinma happens to be that she was actually meeting a real human being that's actually had the money, and she became a regular customer, basically, because she was not like a girlfriend that was coming to his house. There are girls that may be coming to a guy's house. She was never going to his house. They were meeting up somewhere else, okay? So she was getting the accommodation, and she was even lucky, let me put the word, lucky enough that this guy was actually coughing out the money beforehand, you know, paying for everything, and then still sort her out at the end of the day. But these other girls actually pay for everything themselves, and then they'll get their money back at the end and get their payment. But it shows you that it seems to be that is a common thing happening in Nigeria. And the area that I really wanted to speak about is that it reveals a lot about a lot of our social media girls, our Instagrammers, that they are rich girls, but you can never tell their source of income. Nigerians will call them the small girls with big gods. It shows you the kind of things a lot of girls get themselves involved in. And I can tell you, Nigeria is tough, let's be honest. But at the same time, girls that go into things like this are typically girls that are looking to belong to this very high class in society. Because let me tell you, there are a lot of ways to survive in Nigeria that does not necessarily involve going this far. I grew up in Nigeria. I remember when I was growing up as a teenager, I was growing up in the state in Nigeria that was a hotspot for exporting girls to Italy. I know about a lot of girls that went, and within months, they were sending money as if they were picking money off the streets of Italy. I was offered a trip to Italy. I chose not to go. And I think what helped me is the fact that I was never a high life girl. Like, I was never obsessed with having the latest clothes and shoes. I wore charity clothes as a teenager. I wore charity clothes, second-hand clothes, you know, growing up. And I remember my big sister used to give me their clothes I didn't wear anymore. And I eventually got a job as a sales girl, and I was making peanuts, but it could pay my rent and it put food in my stomach. And I was happy with my salary, while a lot of girls that did not have contentment were lured into a lot of these things because they went and they got a lot of money. And us that didn't go were just living everyday life. And it's the same thing with today's social media. You will see a lot of girls that are, you know, social media, you see them, they wear the latest designer clothes and designer bags and whatever. I'm just saying this to a lot of girls to just, if you can, the best way you can save yourself from falling into this temptation, at least they are this one, they're taking pictures of them when they fell asleep and they had no clothes on, and threatening them that they will share it on social media. But there are some girls that their own stories were different. They're basically deleted and their organs removed and sold. For what? For what? My message in this video is about contentment. Contentment. Learn contentment so that you will not be a victim of all these kind of things. Because let me tell you, a lot of us you may not have a lot of clothes, but you can actually have peace of mind with your charity, bend down, select second-hand clothes that you're wearing. You can have it. If you can cut away the temptation to belong to the high-class girls, the temptation that will lead you to stuff like this. It is important because there are some girls that their lives have ended. There are some girls that are missing till today. Nobody knows where they are. You know, I saw that and I just thought to myself, I never knew this was a thing. And I want to bring the area of not allowing social media push you. The real part that got me was when she fell asleep and they took all these pictures of her. She didn't know about it, and she's not the only one. Think about those girls that it was not even pictures they took. It was their body parts that were harvested. And let me tell you, if these girls can have enough money to fly to come there and have enough money to book this accommodation and everything, it shows you that they're already in money. But they chose to stay on this path in their lives. You know, on this part in their life, the area I want people to focus on is, at least like I said, it was pictures of them without clothes that these guys are taking. Your own may be different. It could be your body parts they will want to harvest and sell. I shared a video the other day about how body parts are being harvested and stuff like that. There are girls that have gone to this journey and they never returned. There are other ways. Social media has become the worst temptation a lot of young girls are going through. Do not be victim of social media wanting to belong. Don't let social media push you. There are a lot of girls that have gone and never came back. Don't be one of them. Honestly, I saw that. I said, let me come and share it. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.